What's up guys? So today we're doing another video. This is regarding some photography for real estate. I just did a video regarding video for real estate. Check it out up here if you want to see more information. But let's get into some photography stuff. I'll see if I can teach you or you can teach me some things. So let's just get into it. So basically, if you want to see what I do when I initially get into a house for real estate stuff, see my video up here about some video work. I'll sum it up real quick for you. I come in, open all the blinds, turn on all the lights, check out the house first, do a walkthrough, and then I call it a day. I go more in depth as to what I do for that in the video here. So check that out. So I'm trying something new today. I'm gonna do some HDR photos. Now my R5 has an HDR setting built in that'll do it itself. Combine them and make an HDR photo as well as save those 3 photos. It'll take, I think, 5 photos. It'll do -2, -1, regular, +1, +2. It might even take 7 photos. I don't remember which one I have it set at, but I'm gonna try that out and see how that works. I'm gonna do a round around the whole house. So I have all the lights on to make the lighting look good. So what we're gonna do is start in probably the corner here and shoot to this corner. I'm also going to get a few other shots, so I'll probably get some from the corner, and then that corner, and then each corner, and then maybe each wall as well. And that gives me kind of all the angles I might need to get the shot I need in post. Now, I'm not gonna use every single one of these. I'll probably use 3 out of 7 shots or 3 out of 8 shots, but it's nicer to have more than less because you never know what you're going to need. First, I need to move you guys because you are all up in my business. All right, so I took my first shot. It actually looks pretty nice. I'm gonna try turning up my ISO a little bit. The thing with HDR photos built in is it doesn't actually give me a live preview of when I change settings of what it'll look like. So I'm gonna have to kind of do trial and error, kind of like you would with a long exposure. Key thing to remember, when you're shooting from corners, it can make things look really weird. So that's why I also do different angles from the side walls too, like straight perpendicular with the wall. Because if I take a side angle and show like this island or this peninsula here, it might actually look crooked or longer than it actually is. Also, it might look tilted depending on how you take your photo. The thing I always 100% do when I'm taking handheld photos, not on a tripod, I use the level function on the screen to make sure my photos are level. I take most of my photos horizontal, some of them vertical if it's like a closet. But make sure your photos are level beforehand because it's going to make your life easier. I got a picture from each side, so the corner, middle, corner, middle, corner, middle, and then I also got some from the kitchen in this direction. I didn't get any of the specifically just the kitchen, so I'm gonna get some of that. Even though some of my photos did have the kitchen in it, it is nice to just show off the kitchen itself. One thing I keep in mind, so I was looking for houses last year, and the one thing I keep in mind is if I were looking for a house and going through the photos, what would I want to see? I also wanted to mention real quick, my camera does have in-body stabilization, so that's the reason I am able to take photos handheld and they're HDR, because it does take multiple photos, but I'm doing this because of the IBIS. I can do that because if I shake it, it will follow. Somebody left their drill, so I put it on the counter when I was doing photos in there, and I forgot. So now I have to retake some of the photos of the kitchen from over here. Which means I gotta put you guys back in the closet. Be right back. All right, so I'm gonna do this room very last. It's a very small laundry room because all my stuff is in here and I'm sick of moving it all. I've had to do that for video. I just got some more shots in here. It's really something you can do easily if you forget something like that. Instead of trying to remove it in Photoshop, because that's no reason to do that, make it harder for yourself, just retake the photo. So I'm gonna move into the bathroom next, bedroom, hallway, and then we're gonna go upstairs. So I just framed my shot so that the door wasn't in it because that looks kind of weird. So I went in far enough to where the door wasn't in my shot. And I also might do a vertical shot just because it is a very narrow room. All right, so vertical didn't work that well. I didn't like it, so we'll just continue what I was doing. Vertical does also work for closets though, usually, because closets are usually taller and wide. So using a tall shot kind of shows how big the closet is, which my shot didn't turn out that well. I didn't really like it. So I might just take a picture facing the camera here so you can see the inside of the closet, but we'll see how that works out. I just realized something that kind of sucks, and that is I left oh, I didn't leave it. The toilet seat was up when I got here and I totally forgot to shut it. So in my video, I did have the toilet seat up, which kind of sucks, but I put it down for the photos. So in the video, you don't really see it that much, but something to think about is the little details. Keep those in mind. And then one thing I make sure I do when I'm done with each room taking photos, I usually do photos last, is every time I exit the room, I shut off every light in that room, unless I need it for the next shot, which this next shot I'll need it on so I can see inside from the bedroom. But whenever I'm done with rooms, I turn them off as I go, so I don't have to run around the house when I'm done to turn them back off. So the first shot I'm gonna get is inside the bathroom. Then bedrooms like this are nice when there's like another hallway you can take a picture in that's in the middle. So this isn't necessarily centered, but it's close to center. So I went to just where I could stop seeing the wall, and it makes the room look a lot bigger because you can fit more room in your photo, because I only have a 16mm lens. But it usually makes the room look a lot nicer than having to take one in each corner. But I am going to take a few in each of the corners like I did in the living room, just so I have them. Done with this room. It's a little trickier for this room because I have my light in the corner, and I need that for the extra lighting in the room. But I just did all the corners except for that one, and we'll see what happens with the photos. For this hallway, I'm just going to get a shot down it, because that's probably the best way to show it. This is a hard one. I don't necessarily know if I'll end up using really any of these photos. I really just need one photo to show there is a bathroom there. But it's really hard to take a photo in that bathroom because it's really small. I would show you guys, but it would literally not be able to show you anything. You have to actually shut the door to get to the toilet because there's literally no room. So I kind of just got a shot kind of cornering inside of the doorway there so you can see the vanity to show it's a bathroom. But now we're gonna go upstairs and get our last little bit of photos. One shot I really didn't get, and I probably should when I go back downstairs, is there's a little balcony here, as you can see, and I want to get a shot upwards of this so you can see the balcony. And I also didn't really show the vaulted ceilings in the living room. So I'm going to try to go back down there after this and get some of the vaulted ceiling shots as well as the balcony. But I'm also going to get a shot downwards of it. Somebody pulled in and I thought it was maybe the guy from construction that wanted his drill. But as soon as I opened the door, he was pulling away, so I couldn't give it to him. Bathrooms are hard because they're small. Closets are even harder because you probably don't even need a picture of it, but I'm going to take one anyway. Last but not least, I need to do this room. How's it going?
Okay, is it okay to come in here?
I don't have permission or the authority to let you in. You'd have to call Sally. Her number should be on the board out front.
Okay.
I'm just here taking photos of the house, so I'm not a licensed realtor.
Oh, I have to wait till my realtor. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, if you have your own realtor, yeah, you just have to wait till she gets here. Okay. So.
Oh, you have to. He's not the realtor. He's just the builder.
Just taking photos of the house.
Okay.
All right, so that's basically it. If there's anything more, I'll put it elsewhere. I had some people come by looking to get in the house. I think they're coming to view it. Not really sure, but keep in mind, if anyone ever comes to look at the house while you're here and they're not with their realtor, which is what these people had not done, they wanted in to see it. I told them I'm not legally allowed to let them in. I don't have the authority to do so because I am not a seller or owner or buyer of this house, so I cannot do so. So I had to not let them in, finish my work, and got out quickly so they could do their thing, look at the house, and call it a day. So luckily I have one more room to shoot and then I'm done, which is the small laundry room. But that's kind of it for today, guys. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.